Let's go to the Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews. He's in talks to try and secure a bailout or some such matter. Joining us now, the former Labor Senator Stephen Conroy. He wants a handout. He's not going to get it though. But what do you make of that, Stephen?
Look, the GST carve-out for Western Australia has given the Western Australian government a platform to get to surplus. So it's no surprise other states are going to want to say, well, look, that's an unfair allocation based on the formulas we've always used. And Victoria had the toughest, longest lockdowns. It's had struggled the longest to get the CBD back working. So it's no surprise that Victoria wants to make the case that it is deserving of some support in the federal budget.
And do you think they will get it?
Well, look, the federal government have obviously got their own challenges. We're left with nearly $1 trillion of Liberal Party debt.
I think that's not all Liberal Party debt.
They contributed most to it before the actual COVID came along. So, this idea that they tried to peddle that COVID was the reason that we hit that figure was always a mythology. But look, I think they'll get a good hearing. Whether they'll have any success, though, will depend on the federal government's own priorities.
Well, the federal government's got to tighten the screws. It's got to rein in spending for this budget. Would you expect them to do that as Jim Chalmers heads off to Washington DC tomorrow as a pre-budget trip?
Well, I think Jim's wise to want to keep the pressure on all of the spending across government. I've lived through these processes; they're challenging processes. Every treasurer wants to try and solve these problems as quickly as they can. But at the same time, he's got to balance not wanting to push the economy closer to recession. We've already had the interest rate rises. Thank goodness the Reserve Bank governor finally saw some sense last week and didn't raise interest rates again.
For now.
But at the same time, for now, but at the same time, the federal government's got to do its part. And that will see some reduction in spending, I'm sure.
Hey, we've seen an event. This is a complete change of topic here, Stephen, but as a football fan, this event taking place in Sydney as we speak. 100 days to go into the Women's World Cup. I'm quite excited about this. I'm hoping Jim Callanan can source me some tickets. Are you going to go?
Look, I'm hoping to be able to get there. I think Australians will soon realise that this is essentially the third biggest sporting event in the world. You get the Olympics, you got the Men's World Cup and the Women's World Cup rapidly closing. You just got to look at the audiences, the success, the TV ratings from the last Women's World Cup. And for it to be here in Australia, it just says so much about the growth of women's sport and, the Matildas. what a fabulous team they are.
Well,
Sam Kerr plays for Chelsea. So
I thought you'd get that in there. well, one of the most famous female footballers in the world, famous footballers in the world for that matter, and we happen to have her, which is doubly exciting for the Australian team.
Yeah, but the youth, as well as the experienced international stars, and it's not just Sam, there's a range of them playing across Europe. It's very exciting. I would hope, without putting the moz on them, that they're at least a semi-finalist with a bit of good luck and not too many injuries during the tournament. Could see us in the final.
Well, and also
would just be extraordinary.
Yeah, no, it would. And also, would this send a message to FIFA that we're going to put a pretty good event on here? That one day we should have the men's version.
Look, that is always the ultimate objective of every football fan in Australia, to want to see the World Cup. And we've all travelled around the world. We've all got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. We've all got up. And sleepless nights full of World Cup. It'd be great.
Do you reckon we'll ever get one in our lifetime?
Look, I think a chance in your lifetime. I'm a little bit older than you, Pete. I would hope it's in my lifetime, but I certainly think it's yours.
Well, I hope it's in your lifetime because I'll be going with you, Stephen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just won't be wearing anything relating to Chelsea players. Sorry.
That's all right.
How's Frank gone so far, Frank Lampard?
Look, no, that's just a low blow. The poor bloke's been brought back into a basket case situation. Apparently, James Corden recommended him for the job.
So James Corden?
Apparently, the American manager contacted.
Why would you listen to anything James Corden says? Isn't he rude and nasty?
He's not even a Chelsea fan, which is the part I found.
Yeah, he's a West Ham fan.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, Chelsea are spiralling. Other than Sam Kerr and the women's team, Chelsea's men's team got Real Madrid on Thursday morning, so we'll see exactly how much progress we make.
Good on you, Stephen. We'll chat to you soon. Let's bring Laura Chase.